Soon, it may be almost impossible to buy third-party replacement displays if you live in the US. This is because Samsung is requesting the US International Trade Commission put a permanent general exclusion order on displays which violate some of their patents. Patents having to do with the pixel arrangement and circuitry. They're also seeking a permanent cease and desist order to most of the popular repair suppliers in the United States. Could this be the final step towards killing third-party repair for good? Before we discuss this any further, I want to make it clear that I'm no legal professional and that everything in this video is my interpretation and opinion on the matter. Samsung's subsidiary company Samsung Display makes screens for many companies, including Apple. They filed a document requesting the United States International Trade Commission place a general exclusion order on the importation and sale of the accused displays. An exclusion order is put in place when the Trade Commission determines a violation of intellectual property rights, such as patent infringement. A general exclusion means the product, regardless of source, are banned where it is difficult to identify the source of the infringing products. This could mean even if you were to buy a used, genuine screen, it might be seized when entering the US. Patents are of course a fundamental part of developing a new product. After all, you wouldn't want someone just stealing your idea after spending millions or even billions of dollars developing it. The patents reportedly being infringed by these displays are to do with pixel arrangement and the driver electronics. One of these patents dates from 2004 and is set to expire in just 3 years. So why is this only coming up now? Well, believe it or not, it could have something to do with Apple, a company who has been fighting against third-party repair for years. The document contains a list of exhibits. Of these links, some are sites selling the supposedly patent-infringing displays. All the displays linked and photographed are for Apple's iPhone 12 models, mostly being hard OLED versions of replacement screens. I did a video covering the types of replacement displays for iPhones. The hard OLED display is more fragile, has thicker borders, and tends to be regarded as the lower quality screen. The original style used on the iPhone is referred to as a soft OLED screen. This is because the screen is flexible, even though there's a solid piece of glass on top. This soft OLED technology is how folding phones and curved edges came to exist. Several news sites have posted insider information, suggesting that Apple is looking to transition away from using Samsung as a display manufacturer. Of course, if Samsung makes displays that Apple is using in its phones, Samsung is making money off each device made. So even if Apple is one of Samsung's competitors, they're still benefiting from their sales. Could Samsung's request for an exclusion order on displays be to please Apple? While this suit does make mention to Samsung's phones using the patents and AMOLED displays, I couldn't find any references to any aftermarket Samsung displays being a part of this. All the accused products are again iPhone screens. I don't think Samsung would go out and attempt to stop people from importing aftermarket displays for a competitor's product, but then not include their own identical product in the case. So I'm not sure if this is Samsung trying to be anti-repair or just helping out Apple, one of their biggest customers, in turn helping keep Samsung a supplier of iPhone screens. After all, these patents are owned by Samsung, so I wouldn't believe Apple could pursue this case without Samsung's help. While nothing has been set in stone, if it does get approved, how will US Customs ever tell if a screen being imported has a patent-infringing pixel arrangement or driver board? I mean, that's basically impossible to enforce. So that means all replacement screens would have to be rejected, and possibly only an approved list of vendors would be allowed into the United States. Would this just apply to iPhone screens or to other phone companies too? Will the people working at Customs know the difference between an iPhone screen and a non-Apple screen? Let's face it, most phones look alike. However, Samsung Display Company does make mention to be accepting of a limited exclusion order, meaning only the companies listed would be prevented from importing, selling, or marketing these screens. Either way, this will be a huge impact to the repair market in the United States. I understand people shouldn't be able to rip off someone's patented work, but that shouldn't mean we should ban all replacement phone screens. The document does make mention to the fact that the complainant makes like or directly competitive products that could satisfy consumer demand, and that the requested exclusion order would not adversely impact consumers. I personally believe this is again another attempt at killing third-party repair, allowing the manufacturer to dictate the price of repair, which can be used to entice consumers into purchasing a new device instead of repairing the one they already own. If you have a phone worth $200, you wouldn't spend $250 on a new original screen, if you could get an aftermarket one for $70, even if it isn't as good. The Trade Commission does invite members of the public to comment on the complaint, but only up to 8 days after publication, which has already elapsed. So only time will tell what happens. For now, we can only speculate. For more information, I've linked the original document, which was originally uploaded by Rossmann himself, who covered this topic. His video will be linked too. And on that note, this has been a Hugh Jeffries video. If you like what you saw, consider subscribing and check out the playlist for tech that's not what it seems. And if you're looking for any used devices, be sure to check out my online store, link for which is down in the description. That's all for this video, and I'll catch you guys next time.